I'm talking to Chris Keene, known around Norwich, Norfolk as well, the brilliant baritone,
I don't know.
the terrific
It's
troubadour.
It's Chris the singer.
Just Chris the singer.
Yeah.
Okay. So how long you been doing this, Chris?
For the singing, I started right at the end of 2011.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what prompted you?
I needed the money.
Okay.
The government got rid of my sick pay. I think it was called incapacity benefit in those days. I think it's now called employment and support allowance.
Yeah.
But I thought I'd got that for life when I'd had an accident 31 years ago in 1993.
Okay.
And in 1995 I had a medical and they said, you've got this benefits for life.
Okay.
And then the new Labour got in and tightened the criteria for sick pay and called me in for another interview. I lost it.
Oh, dear.
I was getting more and more in debt.
Oh,
And
dear.
I could never remember anything because when I got hit by this truck that was doing 65 miles an hour when I was cycling home from work, and I wasn't wearing a cycling helmet. And ever since then, my memory has been terrible.
Well, I've known you for a few years now, Chris, and this is the first time I've noticed those 2 marks on your forehead.
Oh, I think that's just, it's not there. That's just a groove, sort of.
Is that where you had surgery?
No, that's just wrinkles.
No, I can see the wrinkles here.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about 2 lines, one going here and one going there.
It is just wrinkles.
It is just wrinkles.
I got a large hole in my back, but that means I can't do anything physical.
Yeah.
I can't do anything mental because you need, these days for any office work or anything, you've got to have lots of computer skills. I can never remember all the little details of how you use passwords and all this sort of thing. So that was out. So really, I was really lucky because I used to sing in a folk club ever since I came to Norwich. It was once a month. I was never all that good. And then I went to a conference in 2011 of the Transition Network, and they had an open
The what
mic.
network?
The Transition Network. It's part of transition towns. Transition away from away from fossil fuels into renewable energy. Transition, yeah.
Okay.
And that was at Liverpool, and I'd gone and had 3 pints of cider in the bar. So I was slightly drunk, only slightly. And they had an open mic at the end of the conference, and I went and sang a song there. And one of my oldest friends was in the audience. She actually works for the Transition Network. And she said, "You got an incredible voice." So a few months after that, I was in Norwich. It was then a fish and chip shop, is now Take Tie down the bottom of Dereham Road. I saw an advert for a singing teacher. It turned out she's just in the next road up, 10 minutes round the corner, Cadge Road. So I started going to Jodie for a couple of years. And then in 2011, that's when I decided I couldn't borrow any more money. And I'd got to get some work. And so I've seen these people busking around the city playing guitars and things. I wonder if I can make money just singing without a guitar or any other instrument.
Yeah, just
and so I tried it and I found I could. So it's the best job I've ever had.
Well, it certainly seems you do enjoy yourself, and members of the public enjoy your singing too.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win.
It is.
Jodie, you mentioned she gave you lessons. What's her?
Jodie Redden, her was the second name, and she moved to Brighton in 2013. So I've not had a singing lesson since 2013.
Jodie Rudder.
Jodie Redden.
Redden,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's still down in Brighton, I think. I've lost touch with her now, but...
Okay. But you're originally from Norfolk yourself?
No, I'm from Derby originally.
Okay.
Then first job I got was in London. Well, the first proper job.
Yeah.
And in southwest London, and I stayed there for a while. Then I was made redundant, and I got a job out in Essex as a psychology teacher.
Okay.
So I was doing that for a few years, and decided I didn't like that, and I wanted to be an environmental campaigner, so I just chucked in the job and couldn't find a job as an environmental campaigner. So I drifted back into doing odd bits of teaching. I was doing some supply teaching for a while, then doing adult education, teaching an evening class in A-level environmental studies, also another one in GCSE environmental studies. I was teaching an A-level psychology class at Havering College of Further Higher Education. And I was teaching undergraduate speech therapists about scientific method and research design and statistical analysis at the Central School for Speech and Drama in northwest London, Swiss Cottage. So I was doing all this when I got hit by this truck.
Oh, dear.
Coming back, I used to cycle from Canby Island, where I lived, onto Havering, 22 miles there, 22 miles back. And I was just on the A13 near Basildon. I got hit by a truck doing 65 miles an hour.
Wow.
And it should have killed me. The doctor said 95% of people would have died.
Are you a man of faith, Chris?
Faith?
Yeah.
Is in God?
No.
Oh, no, not really. I wouldn't say I'm an atheist either. I just think we don't know. I'm an agnostic. Agnostic, yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. I was speaking to someone at one of the local schools, and because a child had said they'd never heard the word agnostic, and I thought, how tragic, because apparently some children may be just given the choice of atheist or theist, not agnostic, and I think that's tragic. I think it's symptomatic of the times, the kind of bipolar, binary, black or white thing. But
no room for doubt.
That's a dangerous world, isn't it?
Yeah, it was when I was in the sixth form at school. I used to be a Christian, then I was in the sixth form, and the deputy head used to take us for his general studies course, and he said most thinking people these days are agnostic. And then I became delirious. I had a bad bout of flu. I became delirious. I was thinking, well, there's all these Christians who think they've got the one true God, and all these Muslims who think they've got the one true God. Yeah. All these, Hindus have got millions of gods, whatever. I thought, well, they can't all be right, and maybe they're all wrong, which is kind of scary.
Maybe they're all right and wrong. That gray area.
What is it? Yeah, what is the truth about anything? Yeah.
I mean, I think there is truth, but I think there's truth at a personal level, and then there's a truth at the collective or corporate level. I use the word corporate with reservations. Collective might be the better word. But then you start talking about collectivism, and people put you in another box. You're Marxist, and if you're Marxist, you must be atheist. Anyway, so you were in Derby. What year did you come to Norwich? Do you remember?
2007.
Okay.
I split with my wife.
Okay, that was
back there. We split up. Yeah, we were living together for 18 years.
In Derby?
No. In Essex.
In Essex,
yeah, because I was living in Derby. I moved to London for a job, then I moved out to Essex for a job. Yeah. And I was in Essex for 23 years. I've been there more than any time I've ever been anywhere else.
Okay.
And I met my wife there. And,
What's her name?
Irene.
Irene. So, and you and Irene then moved to?
No, I split up from her in 2007.
And came to Norwich?
Because we sold the house in Essex. I bought a little flat in Norwich. She bought a woodland in Wales, hoping to start a commune. That didn't work out in the end, but the very day after we split up and I moved to Norwich, my wife was involved in some direct action for a campaign against the arms trade. Okay. She de-locked herself to the back of a lorry going into an arms factory in North Norwich. And I was so upset when we split up, I started going to marriage guidance to get over her. And then it's a really peculiar coincidence. I had a marriage guidance council meeting. It was my birthday as well, 31st of October, the day that my wife had to come to Norwich to answer police bail for de-locking herself to the back of this lorry. And I said to her, can you come to marriage guidance with me? And she didn't want to, and she agreed to, and we got on really well. And she said at the end of it, I thought we can be friends now. So we maintained contact. And then about 12 years ago, I thought I was going to die. I had 4 cancer scares in 1 year.
Wow.
And I was always helping out her children, my stepchildren, with money here, there and everywhere. And I suddenly thought, what's going to happen to the kids when I die if they need more money? And then I remembered my mum had said how when my aunt died, my uncle inherited some of her pension. So I got in touch with a teacher's pension with those retired teachers, and they said, well, it doesn't count, you've been living together for 18 years, but if you get married, then she will inherit half your pension.
Yeah.
So I said, let's get married
Yeah,
for the sake of
yeah.
the pension.
Yeah.
So we got married 6 years ago.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I'm sorry we're going to have to cut the interview now, but before we
yeah.
do, we can continue. We can do another one.
All right.
And I'm one with you and Irene at some point, but
Yeah.
we got to get the word out about this Saturday.
We have, yeah.
So tell me a bit about the concert, what you'll be doing.
Yeah, we're raising money for medical aid for Palestinians. Quaker Meeting House, 7:30, the doors open.
Okay.
It'll probably finish about 10:15.
Yeah.
In the Quaker Meeting House in Upper Goat Lane in Norwich.
Yeah.
And tickets are £10. We haven't sold many tickets, so you can just turn up at the door and pay then.
Okay, brilliant.
Thank
What
you.
time does it start? What did you say?
7:30.
7:30.
7:30. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Chris. And yeah, I'm already thinking about the follow-up.
Thank you.
God bless you.